Moving on, Russia is cut off from major global financial markets due to sanctions. The country may default on its debt if it fails to make interest payments on dollar-denominated bonds. The IMF's managing director pointed out default is no longer improbable. Eum Ji-young shares with us her remarks.
Now under unprecedented sanctions over its invasion of Ukraine, it's widely expected that Russia might default on its debts as soon as this month. According to JP Morgan, Moscow has dollar-denominated bond payments due this Wednesday of a combined $177 million. And neither of the two contracts gives Russia the option of paying in rubles. Technically, Moscow has a 30-day grace period on the payments, but with expectations low, both bonds are trading at roughly 20 cents on the dollar. Russia has been signaling that the only way it's going to make the payments is in rubles, which is tantamount to a default. If it fails to make a payment, it would mark its first international default since the Bolshevik Revolution over a century ago. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said on Sunday in an interview with CBS that the IMF no longer thinks Russian default is improbable in terms of servicing debt obligations. Also, she said the war in Ukraine will likely lower global economic growth.
So, to sum it up, we have tragic impact of the war on Ukraine. We have contraction on a significant basis in Russia, and we see the likely impact on our world economic outlook we will come up with next month to be a downward revision of our growth projections.
However, she said a Russian default will not trigger a global crisis for now, since the exposure of global banks to Russia at around $120 billion is not significant. Meanwhile, following decisions by credit card giants Visa and MasterCard to block Russian financial institutions from their payment network, South Korean credit card companies have announced that they're suspending their own services in Russia. To minimize the impact on Korean businesses, the South Korean government from Tuesday will take on guarantees for debts held by small and medium businesses affected by the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Eum Ji-young, Arirang News.